We're here in Waddell's Garden in beautiful LA. I got the chance to meet one of my clients, Dora. So, and I want to share with you the story of Dora, what she went through, what she achieved. And yeah, why don't you tell us, Dora, who exactly are you in the first place and what do you do?
So I'm Theodora, I'm 27 years old and I live in New York and I run a nonprofit based out of New York City and Brooklyn.
Yeah. And what was your initial situation before you started working with me?
Yeah, so I had always been an athletic person, but I found myself in like a bit of a rut and I just found myself very stressed from work, a lot of fatigue, like a lot of constant small bits of tiredness. And not really feeling like I could get myself out of it, and just feeling like I wasn't working out, I didn't have the energy that I used to have, and just felt really in a funk.
Yeah. And what was your motive for seeking to work with me?
Yeah, so I had signed up for an ultra marathon, which was 150 miles, 250 kilometers across the Sahara Desert of Morocco. It's a 6-day self-sufficiency race, so you have to pack all your own food. They give you water, but you're basically camping for 6 days in the desert, doing basically a marathon every single day.
Yeah. So you basically wanted to be prepared for that. You wanted to have the energy to do it because you also had adrenal fatigue. You wanted to be prepared for that, right?
Yeah. I felt very unprepared, but I gave myself a good window of time.
Yeah.
I wanted to, I wanted to prepare myself as best as possible.
Yeah, that's good. And what did you expect from working with me? Like, what was your goal?
Mm-hmm. When I started working with you, my goal was my number one goal was my energy. I wanted to get my energy back, but also because this race was a self-sufficiency race, I also wanted to prove a bit that you could do something so athletic and so physically taxing on your body and be gluten-free, dairy-free, like follow this medical medium protocol as best as possible. Obviously, I can't have celery juice in the desert every single day.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring those principles into such a big athletic challenge, and for myself, for other people, and just to carry forward a lifestyle that I was trying to live into this challenge and not have to compromise.
Yeah, I know. I remember when we talked about it and you told me the first time.
Yeah.
When you said like, yeah, I'm gonna do like the marathon in Morocco, and like, okay.
Yeah, you thought I was crazy.
Yeah, I thought.
I was explaining it to you, and you were like, "What?" Like, I think you didn't think you heard me correctly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, but I was happy because that was a good project to work on, and we had like a goal where we could work on, like in the future. That was really cool. And what did you achieve through working with me, or what did you achieve in the end?
Well, I finished the race. So no, but beyond that, I mean, I think that is that is one example of like working with you. I genuinely wasn't sure how I was going to finish the race or if I was going to be able to. And I think when I told people, I talked to other people who were doing this race, and everyone's packing like all these meals that are full of junk and just like they're not nourishing them at all. And so for me, like one goal was like, I have to finish this race, but I also want to finish it not feeling like I've literally expended all of my energy. Like how can I will expend some energy, but how can I do it and still not feel completely dead and show other people that you can do it. So that was my one goal. But also beyond that, I wanted to, I was a bit puffy. I wanted to like lose some puffiness, which I'm still working on, but I lost a lot of that as well. And I just wanted my energy back. Like I know I said that before, but the energy that I even had to work out in the first place, like when I was in high school or in college, that was a big goal to get that back.
Yeah. And you achieved that? Yeah,
I got through the race and it was amazing also how my body recovered, like every single day. So obviously I had to pack all my food for 6 days, right? And so, but it was amazing how being strict, like, and having, doing like the administrative work, like I come back to my tent, I have to have all these things, my dates, my honey, I couldn't have lemon water, but just making sure I'm hydrating and all these principles. It was amazing. I'd feel like wrecked at the end of a day, but I'd sleep and I'd wake up, and all the work that I put in, I'd wake up like, wow, my body, I can keep walking. Like I can walk another 30 miles today and finish it.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about the race. Like, how was it in general, and how did it also? You talked a little bit about it, that you mentally it changes something. You feel like. You think like you're not able to do that, but then if you do it, you also have like, you think like you can achieve more in life probably as well.
Yeah, and so doing this race really taught me how strong our bodies are and how resilient our bodies are, and that if you take care of your body in the way that it's meant to be cared for, you're really limitless. Like you can really do anything that you want to do physically, mentally. And I think as well, you know, I talked a lot about the physical challenges of doing the race. And how food affected that and how my diet and following the medical medium affected that, but also mentally. Like I don't know if this sounds silly, but believing in knowing that I had such nourishing food with me and that I prepared helped me mentally as well. Like I said, no, my body will recover, I can get through it, I can do this. But doing the race, I mean, it's obviously physically taxing, but it's extremely mentally taxing as well. And it really showed me, it reinstated this belief that I can do anything. And I think anyone can do anything. I mean, there are people doing this race who are much older than I was, and I think we can really push ourselves to limits that we didn't think were possible. And I think what's nice about following the medical medium lifestyle or following this lifestyle in general, it adds to that, it elevates that. I feel like I can really push myself beyond certain limits.
It's not only the physical body, it's also mentally that is changing something. I mean, even if you have less brain fog, you feel much better mentally altogether. So it's not only something that you do for your physical body, it's also something that you do for your mental health, also for spiritual health, probably. Because you need that willpower to go through such a race in the end. No, I would say it was not 50-50, but mentally, you have to have a mental toughness and to keep your wits about you. Exactly. And how would you describe working with me?
It was great. I mean, obviously you were in Germany, I was in New York, and it was very easy to work with you. I mean, if I had a question, I could just text you and you would answer very fast, like if I had a question. But I felt like you always went above and beyond on our calls. Like, felt like we could get through what I wanted to get through in a session. Like it was never rushed. It was never like, oh, I don't know, I can't help you. You were very on top of it. You're very, very thoughtful. Like you're a very thoughtful person to work with. And I felt like even in a 1 hour session, you'd make sure that we got through everything that we needed to get through. And you provided feedback and ideas, and it felt almost collaborative in a way. Obviously, you're the coach, but it was, how does it work with my goals? How does it work with my lifestyle? How does it work with everything that's happening in my life, my personal life, which felt nice. It didn't feel like this is what you have to do and nothing else matters and nothing else is taken into consideration. It felt like it was a team effort, which I really appreciated.
Yeah, it was a team effort.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And why did you decide to work with me?
So I had been following the medical medium for a few years, but I wanted to take myself to like the next level where I felt like, okay, and also from the athletic perspective and more, and I appreciated that, you know, you're an athlete and I am a former athlete, you know, in high school and college, and I appreciated that you had that perspective as well. And that was something that really intrigued me. But also, I just wanted someone who had a really in-depth knowledge of the medical medium and could apply it to very specific ways in my life. And I felt like I couldn't do that by myself, so I needed to do that with you.
Yeah, that's good. And who would you recommend to work with me?
I think that anyone of any age should work with you. I don't think that there's a specificity in that sense, but I think that if you have like if you are a former athlete wanting to kind of reconnect with the side of yourself, or if you want to become more athletic, if you want to tap into the side of you that you think isn't possible to, I think also that if you are struggling with chronic illness, that working with you also gives you like a confidence. Oh my God, it's like anyone. I know anyone can work with you, you know. But I think if you want to be more athletic, if you want to, while following this lifestyle, if you want to overcome a chronic illness, if you want to just have more energy and be able to enjoy your life and apply principles that are applicable, and like when you travel or when you're working out, I think working with you is amazing and helps in all of those areas. So basically anyone should work with you, but in those specific cases, I think it really helps.
Thank you so much, Dora.
Yeah, of course.
incredible that we had the chance to meet.
Yeah.
It really feels unreal that you know, that we all came together here and that we had the chance to meet in LA. So yeah, and I'm really happy that you know that you reached your goal, that you could do the marathon in Morocco. I mean, we were in contact. I was talking to Alex.
Yeah.
Alex is the boyfriend of Dora, and I was like, how is she doing? Did she do it?
Yeah.
How is she? And I was really cheering for you, and I was really happy when I heard that you went through it and that everything went well.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Honestly, I don't think I could have finished it if I didn't work with you. Like, the food part of it was like very stressful, and I think that I wouldn't have had the ability, like the physical ability to actually complete the race. Yeah. Really, like it made a huge difference.
I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah. Same.
Thank you so much, Dora.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, come here. Okay, guys.
Work with Theo.